Hey everyone, welcome to a bike through of the new protected bike lane on Broadway. This is the project you might remember when in late last fall we shared a bunch of photos and a story in November, but it's looking much different now, and I wanted to give folks sort of an update now that the leaves have been cleared and the project is fully complete. Just to refresh, this is the project that starts at Hoyt right by the old US Post Office and goes south all the way down to, I believe, Oak. So added protected bike lanes to both sides of Broadway. I rode it a few days ago and it's looking much better. So sit back and enjoy this quick bike through of this new downtown bikeway. So the first thing you notice is that this new route is on a downhill. That's important because as you get to Hoyt and you move into this next intersection, some people can be carrying some speed. So the first interesting thing we see here going south from Hoyt is this these teeth at the merge situation here. That means that the people in the lane next to you, the drivers, are supposed to be yielding to the bikers at this intersection. So this is crossing Gleason. As you can see, this is PBOT's sort of standard parking protected bikeway, where the bike lane is curbside and people can park sort of floating in the other lanes to your left. So they've added also, as you can see, some cross bikes at each intersection. We're continuing south here, coming up to, I believe, this is probably Everett, getting up near the old customs building. So just notice how it's a pretty consistent width, nice and direct, no sort of zigzags or other things to get in your way. I kind of really think that this is a nice bikeway that's going to be really useful. This is the intersection where they put in a signal several years ago. It used to be something you'd always have to just have a four-way stop here. So that's been really nice. And this is a floating bus island here right in front of the Central City Concern building so that the bus can service folks out in the lane without encroaching into the bike-only lane. So here we are crossing Burnside. Watch out for those big potholes, of course. It'd be nice to get those smoothed out. This is one of my favorite, this is sort of my favorite block of the project. It's just so nice and wide here. You've got so much room to ride as we come up to the end of this section of it, which is at Oak. Some other riders here. I really like another thing that PBOT's been doing is they've been adding either bike town stations or on-street bike corrals at intersections, which is really great at increasing the visibility, making things safer for everyone. So now I'm going to turn around here and head north on Broadway from Oak. So heading north from Oak, you've got this, what they call a contraflow bike lane. That means you'll see traffic coming right at you on your left. But this is still mostly protected with these small plastic curbs and wands. And then we get into this big expanse here at Burnside, and I guess that's a little piece of Ankeny there. You'll see the teeth again showing that it's my responsibility as a bicycle rider to yield to other folks. But this is a large plaza. There should be a lot more here in terms of hard infrastructure, but as you can see back there, the city has only put some wands at this point. Here I am continuing north, crossing Burnside again. And coming up to Couch, the signal at Couch, and it's really straightforward, which is good news if you're a bike rider. The width stays consistent. There's either signals or some sort of crossing treatment. There's also nice several improved curbs as part of this project to help folks getting across either in mobility devices or even on foot. And it just kind of continues now all the way back to Hoyt. There you can see some leaves still. Sweeping bike lanes is something that unfortunately the city has still not really figured out well. They need to do a much better job keeping bike lanes clean if we want people to actually use them. So this is a good look at what it feels like to have someone in a car next to you. Speeds are relatively slow here on this section of Broadway, so I think it's a really safe facility. It feels pretty good out there. And if we weren't in the middle of this sort of COVID situation still, we'd see, I think, just a ton of bicycle riders on here. So it's been kind of hard to gauge whether this is popular with folks just because the bicycling, commuting patterns are so much different now. But that's pretty much it. And we get back up here to Hoyt, and then you keep rolling up onto the Broadway Bridge. So hope you enjoyed this bike through.